This is the Horizon Editors Roundtable for the week of October 8th, 2007. This week's topic, we'll be talking about First Amendment rights and where the line is, if there is a line, and all of that good stuff. And what sparked this one is some crazy guy who was on campus this week. Right now, on tonight's panel, we have Scott Gillespie, Caroline Bryan, I'm Jared Clapp, Ian Hoops,
Hi.
Mary Cuberton, and Gavin D. Camp. Now, in a way, I kind of feel bad talking about this guy because I helped cover the story, but nonetheless, I think it's pretty hard to deny that this guy was a little out of his gourd.
He was just a little passionate about his speech.
Well, what guy are you talking about, Jared?
Please explain for the people at home.
The guy said his name was Brother Rick Bradley. He would not say where he was from or what church he was affiliated with or where he was a preacher or any of that information, but he came on campus and just as a one-man job, that's what was interesting about this one. He was talking about all sorts of different topics, such as, well, the one that got him essentially kicked off campus on Wednesday was talking about gays, you know, gay people, homosexuals, and ironically enough, it was the same day that there was an event for that. But anyway, that's what's going on.
Okay.
His image is right here, by the way, if you want to zoom in, Russ. That's him with the Trojan ENZ. Notice, by the way, that it's not spermicidal lubricant, which I think would be abortion in his eyes.
But is it for her pleasure, or is it just...
It's never for her
Well, in
pleasure,
all
right?
fairness, the condom was thrown in his direction. He
What does that
didn't
have
drink
to do with it?
So,
But the guy acted like, you know, at first when you first saw the guy, he looked like he, you know, was just another fellow with a message going out there and preaching about, you know, STDs and primordial ooze. But he then started joking around with the all those students that came to kind of heckle him, and basically lost any credibility he may have gained, which I thought was odd. I mean, if you're gonna do this big send up and try to make yourself, you know, try to claim freedom of speech and act like your message is going to be that powerful, why are you gonna totally ruin it by, you know, taking everybody's condoms and posing like this with it while somebody gives the shocker in the background over your head and another guy with a bandana and like a, I don't know, a Metallica t-shirt. It's like,
we
you
do
know,
have
doing
these
devil
photos.
horns. Yeah, they exist. They exist.
Video.
It is
Yeah.
interesting that he did kind of start off on, you know, what seemed to be a somewhat serious note, but as it went on and as more people started paying more and more attention to him, he kind of began to ham it up and sort of made a caricature of himself.
Well, I mean, I think that when he came Wednesday, he got removed because someone complained.
Right.
And they said that First Amendment, he had freedom of speech. He could do anything until someone complained. Well, then Thursday when he came back, he was putting on a show. It's kind of a matter of, if people just would have ignored him, he would have gone away.
Well, that was Wednesday and Thursday were two different kind of events because on Wednesday he did not contact Campus Life and he did not get in touch with anyone on the university to let them know in advance that he was going to be here to do that. And when someone called and complained about it, that's why he was, you know, peacefully ejected from campus. He may have agreed to leave, but either way, once he started getting an audience is when he really started to kind of go beyond what he was actually saying.
I mean, I think he had like zero impact on anyone. I mean, he might have
Oh,
had an impact. There were probably 30 people there, maybe 5 of them cared about what he had to say. But in the same respect, it was, you know, he was just putting on a show, and
But either
that's
way.
what he wanted. And freedom of speech says, yes, you should be able to do that in a public forum, express your views. But it did become a mockery by the end of it. I mean,
Do you think he has any impact whatsoever?
Well, either
Do
way.
you think that anybody is possibly going to be even slightly swayed by him?
No, anyone who accepted his message already believed him.
Well, the issue here
What's
isn't.
the point?
The issue here
He made
wasn't-
STDs pretty entertaining, I think.
He did.
It was entertaining.
What was it? Gonorrhea 3?
Yeah.
Super gonorrhea.
Super gonorrhea 3.
And you have to do the nice kick.
With Treat Williams.
Well, the issue that we're bringing up here tonight
Skeet
wasn't
orange.
necessarily about him or other groups, about just him. The issue we're trying to bring up here is about other groups or anybody who has anything to say about something. I mean, where do you draw the line where you come in and you've got something to say, but you don't try to push it on other people?
I think if anybody wants to come to this campus and say what they have to say, as long as they follow the rules, they have every right to come say whatever they want to say, and we don't have to listen to it, we can leave.
Well, I guess what I would wonder, if there's a campus event and it's a published campus event, it's not private, it's on the academic calendar, it's posted on the website. Should anyone attending one of these events have an expectation of anonymity?
Absolutely not. When you've got an event that you have on campus and it's in a public part of campus, it's not in a closed, locked conference room, and everyone is there in a public place, their anonymity is no longer an issue, the privacy of what's going on at the event is no longer an issue, and everyone, including the press, has a right to be there and say something and inform the rest of the students, especially when you're going in without any kind of pretenses of trying to write a negative story, which absolutely is not the case.
Well, and also, anyone who's attending, if there is a member of the press there, they have the option to not speak to that
Absolutely.
reporter, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm not sure I understand what the problem is.
And it's like it's been said before, and it's been said before in this newsroom, freedom of speech isn't for the message that you want to hear, it's for the message you hate. And it's there to protect whatever ideas are being put out there. Well, that's it, especially since we have a phone call right now. So, if you watched this all this week, thank you very much, and you guys have a good weekend. Next week, we'll talk about something else. Thank you.